Good evening, you're now with me, Shosh Mato for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng, will lead the state government delegation to visit CSA Catapult Innovation Centre, Newport, United Kingdom, UK. Civil servant among 6 nabbed over deadly shooting on Jalan Stephen Yong, Kuching. And on to world news, fire blazes day after Iran port blast, killing at least 28 people and leaving more than 1,000 others injured. We begin with this news. Head of State Tun Bin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar has attended the Keman Kaul Mukah 2025 ceremony held on Sunday. He arrived at 10:35 a.m. accompanied by his wife, Dr. Datuk Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi, and was warmly received by Deputy Minister of Economy, Dr. Hanifah Hajar Taib, and Dilian Assemblyman Royston Valentine. Wan Junaidi, accompanied by Minister in the Sarawak Premier's Department, Dr. Sri John Sikitayai, was welcomed with a vibrant Malana traditional dance performance before mingling with the community gathered at the Kaul site at Kaladana Beach. Also present were Deputy Minister of Urban Planning, Land Administration and Environment, Dr. Len Talisaleh, Deputy Minister in the Premier's Department, Coordinator for Regional Development, Agencies, DBKU and Islamic Affairs, Dr. Abdul Rahman Junaidi, Ikan MP Ahmad Joni Zawawi and Mukah Division resident Dato' Kui Leipo. The procession into the venue, led by Wan Junaidi and other dignitaries, was accompanied by the Saraheng, a symbolic item deeply tied to the Kaul celebration's cultural identity. The word Keman, which means to eat in the local dialect, reflects the ceremony's aim to foster a spirit of togetherness or berambe between Sarawak's leaders and the people, especially the residents of Mukah. Meanwhile, Pesta Kaul is the traditional celebration of the Malana community, which is celebrated every year as a sign of gratitude and a prayer for well-being and safety. The Kaul Festival 2025, which will be held from 19 to 27 April, will also feature traditional activities, folk sports competitions, as well as sales of crafts and local food products. Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng, will lead the state government delegation to visit CSA Catapult Innovation Centre in Newport, United Kingdom, UK, as part of efforts to strengthen collaboration in the semiconductor development between the UK and Sarawak. According to a statement from the State Premier's office, said the visit to the Innovation Centre on Tuesday, April 29, will see the Sarawak government, through SMD Semiconductors in Berhad, exchange partnership agreement documents with CSA Catapult, Silicon Catalyst and 5G31 Limited of the UK. The visit to the facility will be capped off with a networking luncheon with representatives from the English, Scottish and Northern Irish governments to strengthen the relationship, particularly in the advancement of compound semiconductors. The statement also added that Abang Johari's delegation would visit the Cambridge University Press and Assessment, a non-school institution of the University of Cambridge, on April 30, before attending a roundtable discussion with the London School of Economics and Political Science, LSE, on May 1. There will also be a Memorandum of Understanding exchange ceremony between LSE and the Sarawak government at the end of the discussion. Later on the same day, he will meet officials from the International Hydropower Association and Global Renewable Alliances to enhance collaboration between the world body and Sarawak, a prominent hydropower provider in ASEAN. Abang Johari will also deliver the keynote address at a gathering of UK industry players and captains of industry on May 2 to promote collaboration and investment in sustainable and renewable industries in Sarawak. He is scheduled to meet Sarawak students in the UK at the gathering on May 3, where he will speak on the various development initiatives in Sarawak and answer questions from the students. The following day, the delegates will fly to Toulouse, France, for a working tour of the Airbus headquarters before proceeding to Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates for a meeting with the Abu Dhabi Port Authority and a tour of the port, as well as the Zayed International Airport. Bank Berhad continues to reinforce its commitment to broadening financial access in Sarawak with the unveiling of its latest branch at Icom Square, Kuching. Premier Sarawak Dr. Sri Abang Johari Donopeng stated that this initiative is crucial in supporting Sarawak's aspirations to achieve an inclusive and resilient economic growth. This message was delivered through a speech read by Deputy Premier Sarawak, Dr. Ahmad Douglas Ugambas, during the official opening ceremony of the new Bank branch at Icom Square on Sunday, adding that the initiative is also seen as contributing to Sarawak's long-term objectives of building a more financially inclusive society, strengthening entrepreneurship and enhancing social mobility. The new branch is part of the bank's strategic plan to expand its footprint in Sarawak with a target of 14 branches by the end of this year.
I'm encouraged to see AFIN play a key role in this ecosystem, from facilitating access to working capital and trade finance to enabling operational efficiency and digitalization. The bank has taken deliberate steps to meet the evolving need of entrepreneurs in Sarawak. These efforts go beyond product. They reflect AFIN's commitment to build real value by empowering local businesses to compete, scale and lead. The strength of a region is reflected not just in how much domestic and foreign direct investment it attracts, but how well it enables homegrown business to thrive. This is where AFIN's contribution matters most.
At the same time, Bank Berhad is also strengthening its role in financial boosting Sarawak's economic growth through strategic initiatives aimed at empowering small and medium enterprises, SMEs in the region. Sarawak Premier Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Donopeng emphasized through a text speech read by Deputy Premier Sarawak Dr. Ahmad Douglas Ugambas that SMEs are not only major contributors to the gross domestic product, GDP, but also serve as the backbone to Sarawak's economy through job creation and the strengthening of local innovation, calling on financial institutions to extend their services to rural areas to ensure that all communities benefit from development and are not left behind.
Small and medium-sized enterprises are not just contributors to GDP, they are the heartbeat of Sarawak economy. They create jobs, power local innovation, serve as a primary engine of inclusive growth. To unlock their potential, we must continue building an environment where local enterprise can thrive through better access to financing, business support services, and digital capabilities.
And now on to the next update. A civil servant is among 6 suspects arrested in connection with a recent fatal shooting incident on Jalan Stephen Yong, Kuching. All 6 were brought to the Kuching Sessions Court on Sunday for a remand application. Assistant Senior Registrar Heng Yimin issued a remand order against the 6 suspects aged between 26 and 45 under Section 117 of the Criminal Procedure Code. The first suspect, a traffic police officer from Bukit Aman, along with the second and third suspects aged 23, 33 and 45 were remanded for 4 days. Meanwhile, the fourth to 6 suspects aged 25, 29 and 39 were ordered to be remanded for 7 days. Preliminary investigations revealed that the suspects are believed to be from 2 separate groups. Further findings indicate that 3 of the 6 suspects were under the influence of alcohol and illegal substances during the incident. All suspects are represented by lawyers from the National Legal Aid Foundation, Russell Lim and Zoe Chan. The case is being investigated under Section 302 of the Penal Code, Act 574 for murder. On Saturday, a video went viral on social media showing a local man fatally shot in the arm and head while driving along Jalan Stephen Yong. Less than 12 hours after the incident, police successfully arrested 6 suspects at several locations between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Following the remand order, 2 main suspects were brought to the crime scene on Jalan Stephen Yong by the Criminal Investigation Department CID Forensic Unit to conduct an inspection and search for physical evidence. Both suspects arrived at the scene in a police vehicle at approximately 1:20 p.m. on Sunday. The search, which covered a 100-meter radius from the scene, took nearly 30 minutes to identify and recover materials believed to assist the investigation. Welcome back. Fire blazed on Sunday more than 24 hours after a massive explosion tore through Iran's largest commercial port, killing at least 28 people and leaving more than 1,000 others injured, according to the Red Crescent. The blast occurred Saturday at Shahid Raja'i port in southern Iran, near the Strait of Hormuz, through which a fifth of world oil output passes. State TV said with choking smoke and air pollution spreading throughout the area, all schools and offices in Bandar Abbas, the capital of Hormozgan province, around 23 kilometers east, were ordered closed on Sunday to allow authorities to focus on the emergency effort. Russia's embassy said Moscow was sending several aircraft carrying specialists to help fight the blaze at the request of Iranian partners. The New York Times quoted a person with ties to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps speaking on condition of anonymity to discuss security matters, as saying that what exploded was sodium perchlorate, a major ingredient in solid fuel for missiles. The port's customs office said in a statement carried by state television that the explosion probably resulted from a fire that broke out at the hazardous and chemical materials storage depot. Meanwhile, at a laboratory in Austria's mountainous Tyrol province, scientists are DNA testing about 100 honey samples a month to learn about their composition and, in some cases, to determine whether they have been adulterated. With fake honey flooding markets and only a few European laboratories running such analysis, the small Austrian company Sensoma began offering the tests 2 years ago.
Zum einen ist es jetzt wirklich etwas Neues für den Honigmarkt. Also bisher gibt es die klassischen Verfahren, die auch schon relativ umfangreich sind, wie pH-Messung, Leitfähigkeit, jetzt auch die NMR-Methode, verschiedene Verfahren, um Honig eben möglichst umfassend zu überprüfen. Und da ist es einfach, finde ich, eine sehr, sehr wertvolle Ergänzung. Wir haben also jede Menge an DNA-Spuren in der Umgebung, wo auch die Bienen sich aufhalten. Und diese DNA-Spuren sammeln sie dann quasi über ihre Oberfläche, ihre Körperoberfläche ein. Und diese DNA-Spuren, die gelangen auch zu einem guten Teil in den Honig, weil sie ja diesen Honig selbst eintragen. Und Honig ist also damit voll von DNA-Spuren, von Informationen aus der Umgebung, in der die Bienen den Nektar gesammelt haben. Damit ist jeder Honig einzigartig in seinem DNA-Profil.
Honey cannot have ingredients such as water or inexpensive sugar syrups, which might boost its volume added to it, according to EU legislation. But tests have shown that is common practice. Between 2021 and 2022, 46% of the honey tested under an EU investigation as it entered the bloc was flagged as potentially adulterated, up from 14% in the 2015 to 2017 period. Of the suspicious consignments, 74% were of Chinese origin. And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Shilta Matua. Thank you for watching and have a good night.